Good evening, Whaalawhaiatu, and welcome to our bulletin of BCN News for tonight. Firstly, a yacht travelling from Tahiti to Fiji was sighted very close to Niue off the coast of Namukulu on Monday this week. A press statement issued yesterday afternoon by the Niue Police Department said the yacht sighting was reported by a local citizen. Telecom Niue radio operators contacted the yacht several times with no response, which prompted the police to dispatch the search and rescue vessel to attempt to contact the rogue yacht. SAR-1 was launched with the assistance of Niue Fisheries, and contact was made about 15 kilometers from shore. The yacht called Gizmo was not in distress and was en route from Tahiti to Fiji. The crew were advised that they were in Niue waters illegally and told to leave immediately. It should be noted that Tahiti is one of the Pacific nations with the highest number of COVID-19 cases. Since the coronavirus outbreak, Tahiti has recorded 2,410 cases. There are currently 491 active cases, 46 people in hospital, and to date, 10 people have died in Tahiti of COVID-19. The Ministry of Infrastructure wants to assure the residents of Alofi South that work is being done to address the water problems that have been an issue for several weeks now. Problems with water pressure has been an ongoing issue for some areas in Alofi for months now. Last week, a notice from the Utilities Department of the Ministry said that the areas affected are Paliasi, Tuila, Huihui and Fonuakula. Niue High School had to close early on Wednesday last week because there was no water. Andre Siohane, the Director General of the Ministry, in a statement to BCN News, said that they are working on addressing first the water problems in Paliasi and Tuila to ensure that the schools remain open, and the water team have now completed that work. They have now moved back to working in the Huihui and Fonuakula area. Residents of Huihui have been experiencing low water pressure for at least 2 months now, especially in the mornings. The Department of Utilities is asking everyone to report to the Water Division any leaks in and around your homes. This week, students of Niue High School had the opportunity to try out USB's first virtual Open Week through an online platform across all regional campuses. The University of the South Pacific Open Week ended today. Students from Niue High School's Year 12 physics class have been at the USB campus over the past 2 days, taking part in the virtual Open Week. Niue Campus Director Sione Lolesio says that the university would normally host open days for each of the different campuses, but this year, because of COVID-19, the university have adopted the virtual option, making it possible for students to see what the university has to offer through videos and live questions and answer sessions directly with the staff at the main campus Laudala in Suva. We spoke to 2 students, Kyra Poihanga and Connor Wilson, who are both interested in the science program, looking at studying engineering at university.
I think it's very good for the students, and it's pretty interesting because it'll help our students to look into our careers in the future. And this is good so we can ask questions on what we need to know in order to go to school, to USB.
I never really considered going to a school in the Pacific, but I guess I'm leaving myself open to it because I really got a lot of information on what they provide and the requirements, so I can be more confident about actually getting in there and doing what I need to do.
Sione Lolesio says that the Niue campus is ready and prepared to facilitate Niue-based students who wish to study from Niue.
From this online open week, we can see that we can do it from this side. So the students can, using technology, using Zoom, and our IT people has just managed to get our new satellite system working. So this is also testing of the satellite system. So I think yes, we are ready and prepared to accommodate and facilitate students who want to stay on and study from the center here.
Lolesio told BCN News that the virtual week-long promotion of the university is also made possible because the satellite for USB Net, which was commissioned exactly 12 months ago, is finally fully operational. And the Niue Vaca Association fishing competition is one of the highlights of the Constitution calendar of events. The competition is only for all species of tuna and for wahoo. The 2-day competition begins tomorrow and Saturday, starting at 5 a.m. Weighing in will be at Sir Robert's Wharf from 10 a.m. until 12 midday on both days. Vaca fishermen can launch from their usual landing and fishing pools in their villages, but the weighing-in station will be at Sir Robert's Wharf in Alofi. The prize money is a huge attraction, with the first prize at $1,000, second prize $500, and $300 for third prize. There is a catch though, fish caught must be over 10 kilos to qualify. And they say learning is so much fun when you can get your hands dirty in the process, especially if you're trying to recycle old materials and turning them into some really beautiful creations. This was the focus of the technology lessons for the junior school of Niue Primary. Head of Department Mrs. Nicola Funaki told BCN News that this is part of their learning about technology with the theme of climate change and minimizing waste.
This term our focus was for technology, and it all comes under the umbrella of climate change. And the junior school decided that we would focus on reducing, reusing and recycling used materials instead of throwing them away. So the children have come up with all sorts of plans, brilliant ideas of how they can reuse materials that they find around the home and around the island.
Mrs. Puheke took us through some of the items that each of the junior classes created, starting with the new entrants.
New entrants, their focus was using plastic bottles. Now, new entrant children, they created little creatures like butterflies, spiders. They also created some handbags. And I do know also that they were going to make pot plants, and they planted their little seedlings of palms inside. So that was what our littlies and new entrants did. In our year ones, their focus was using empty tins, like empty paint cans, empty corned beef cans. They used those to create a Tin Man, Hulk images from the cartoons that they see. So their focus was using what the kids enjoy from the cartoons that they watched, and they made these characters out of tin things around that they found around the homes. Our year 2 students, their focus was on using plastic utensils. So they used forks, spoons and knives, and they created all sorts of things out of these products. They were able to create also cartoon characters, clock faces, candle holders. There was even a turtle that was made as well. This one they also used some plastic glasses to help boost up their projects that they created. It was really amazing. Some children created fish, and they used the back of the spoons to make the scales of the fish. There was some bats also that they made, some jellyfish. So it was awesome to see the different ideas from year 2 and the creativity that the children bring to this topic. Now the students of year 3, their focus was on tires. So reusing tires that's already been used. They created two sculptures of the Minion character from the cartoon, the Minions cartoon, and they were able to have those sculptures dug and cemented into the ground, so it would be like a permanent fixture in our school. They also created a caterpillar, so we have a colorful caterpillar in our playground where the children are able to climb on, jump on, so it's part of the playground structure.
And those were some really beautiful creations by the students at Niue Primary School. Congratulations to the students and to the school. And also, before we leave, remember the Avasele on Your Nepata's show day coming up this Saturday. Do go along and support the village of Avasele. But from us here in the news team, that's our news for this week. We'll see you again on Monday. Good night.